Hey guys, good evening and welcome back again to your Unacademy English channel. I'm your chemistry educator Wasim Bhatt. I hope all of you are doing amazing, all of you are doing great, having a good time. So my dear students, this particular session is particularly for all the Neet 2024 aspirants. And in this particular session, I'm just going to let you know some 6 points, and I'm pretty much sure, my dear students, if you follow these 6 points with 100% sincerity and honesty, you can easily improvise your scores when it comes to your NEET 2024 examination. So some 6 points I'm going to give you. I would want you guys to watch this particular session till the end, right? So that you get to know about these 6 points, and it is not just you will just watch it. Implementation is the most important point when it comes to your any competitive examination preparation, right? So my dear students, let's get to know one by one what exactly those 6 points are. Perfect. Point number 1, as you can see on your screen, the point is target setting. This is the first and the most important point which you have to take into consideration. My dear students, you have to set your daily targets. You have to set your weekly targets. Without setting your daily and weekly targets, you won't be able to do a thing. So first and the most important point, that is target setting. And your targets, which you are fixing for a week, which you are fixing for a day, they should be realistic targets. They should be very much realistic. Now the point is, what are realistic targets? See, all of you must be knowing about your current mock test scores, right? You know it already. So those students, for example, who are getting 300 in their mock test at this particular point of time, if they are saying that we have to increase from 300 to 700, that is not realistic. That is not realistic. My dear students, from 300, you can cross 600 score, but you cannot touch 700 if you are scoring 300 at this particular point of time. But if you are currently in the range of 450 to 500, if you are currently scoring 450 to 500 in your mock test, then it's pretty much possible that you guys can easily cross 650 mark. So setting the target, setting the realistic target is the first and the most important point which you have to take into consideration. Without fixing a reference, my dear students, you won't be able to attain anything. Because you know, everyone would want to have a good score in the NEET examination. Everyone would want to have the best score in the NEET examination. But your brain does not comprehend what is good, what is best. So if you particularly fix a target, a realistic target, that you have to cross 650 mark, you have to cross 600 mark, accordingly you can work upon that. So first and the most important point, please select the realistic target and try to attain that. Okay, this is your point number 1. Similarly, my dear students, if you look at point number 2, what is that? Look at this particular slide. Point number 2, it is the division among subjects. You can call it either as division among subjects, or you can call it as division among chapters. Now, what I have seen in my teaching career, see, you do not have some 1 year left till your examination. You do not have some 2 years left in your examination. You just have, my dear students, you just have 4 months left till your NEET examination. Now, at this particular point of time, if you are thinking that you will make your weak chapters strong, that is the biggest mistake which you will be doing. That is going to be the biggest mistake, my dear students, which you are doing. Leave the weak chapters aside. You yourself know which chapters are your weak chapters, right? Leave them aside. My dear students, what should be your priority at this particular point of time? Your priority should be to make the strong chapters the strongest. It is easy to make the strong chapters the strongest as compared to the weak chapters getting stronger. So I would want you guys to focus on all those chapters first which you think they are strong, right? You already know which are your strong chapters, right? And it is better to make the strong chapters strongest, right? Do not focus on this particular point. Do not try to make your weak chapters the strongest. Do not do that. It's very much difficult. It is possible. If you were having some almost 1 year left till your examination, then this criteria was possible. But since you have got only 4 months left till your examination, so it's better to make your strong chapters the strongest. For example, you have set 12 hours self-study target. For example, every day you have to study for 12 hours. That is the target which you have kept in your mind. Perfect. Now, among those 12 hours, what I would suggest, give 6 hours, give 6 hours to the strong chapters so that they become stronger, so that they become strongest, so that you get confidence among yourselves that if a question comes from the chapter, you will easily kill that. Point number 1. And apart from those 6 hours, I would want you guys to give 1 or 2 hours to your weak chapters, and all the other time which you will be left with in a day, I would want you guys to give that time to the average chapters. This is one of the most important thing, guys, and this was our point number 2. Now you must be thinking, right, from where we should start, which chapters we should do first, which chapters we should do after that. I'll let you know about that as well. For that, you need to look at this particular slide. That is prioritization. What should be the order of the chapters to be covered, right? My dear students, the first priority should be given to independent high weightage chapters. Now the point is, what are independent high weightage chapters? First of all, these are the chapters from which majority of the questions, from which you get a lot of questions. And why do I call them as the independent chapters? Because these are the chapters which are not related to some other chapters. You need not to study some other chapters in order to cover these chapters, right? There are no prerequisites needed in order to cover these independent high weightage chapters. This has to be your priority number 1. Now you must be thinking, what are independent high weightage chapters in your physics chemistry, which I'll let you know in some time. Once you are done, from here you are going to start. You are going to start from your independent high weightage chapters, people, which do not require any prerequisites, and from these chapters, a lot of questions come in your examination, right? This has to be your first priority. After that, the core connecting chapters. What is meant by the core connecting chapters? This has to be your priority number 1. This has to be your priority number 2. Now the point is, what are core connecting chapters? First of all, core connecting chapters, they do not carry a lot of weightage, but these are the chapters which are needed to cover the other high weightage chapters, right? See, there are 2 types of high weightage chapters. One is independent, one is independent. One is dependent, one is independent. And in order to cover independent high weightage chapters, you do not need any prerequisites. In order to cover dependent high weightage chapters, you need to cover some prerequisites. And those prerequisites I'm calling as core connecting chapters. And I'll let you know exactly which are going to be your core connecting chapters. From your core connecting chapters, you will be getting questions. You'll be getting questions from them only, but you'll be getting very minimal questions from them. But they are needed to cover the other dependent high weightage chapters. That is my point over here. Similarly, once you are done with your core connecting chapters, then there are other high weightage chapters. There are other high weightage dependent chapters, right? This has to be your third priority. And once you are done with them, then comes the rest of the chapters, which you'll be doing at the end. Now the point is, what are going to be your high weightage, independent high weightage chapters? What are going to be your core connecting chapters? Let me quickly have a look. Let me quickly show a particular slide by means of which you will get to know what are your independent high weightage chapters. Independent, which do not require any other chapters to be studied first, right? And my dear students, as you can see, I'll just talk about physics and chemistry. I'll particularly talk about physics and chemistry. In chemistry, P block is there, chemical kinetics is there, atomic structure is there. These are 3 chapters which are first of all high weightage, which are going to be high weightage as per the reduced Neet syllabus, number 1. Number 2, in order to cover these chapters, you need not require any other prerequisite chapters, right? So it is better to start with these chapters in your chemistry. Point number 1. In your physics, it's going to be modern physics, which is not related to anything, thermodynamics and ray optics, right? These are absolutely going to be your independent high weightage chapters, right? And from these chapters only, I would want you guys to start. In the similar way, what are your core connecting chapters? In chemistry, my dear students, your mole and redox, they are the core connecting chapters, right? For example, you have to study equilibrium. You have to study, for example, thermodynamics. Without these chapters, you have to study, for example, electrochemistry. Without these chapters, you won't be able to cover them, right? First of all, from these chapters, minimum 2 questions you will get. And apart from that, these chapters forms the basis of these chapters form the basis to cover the other high weightage chapters of your chemistry, right? Similarly, periodic properties, right? Chemical equilibrium, perfect. You cannot understand electrochemistry without equilibrium, perfect. This is again one important point. Similarly, D and F block elements, Similarly, your organic reagents and naming reactions. So these are your core connecting chapters in chemistry, which are going to be your second priority. In the similar way, what are going to be the core connecting chapters in physics? My dear students, work, power, energy, simple harmonic motion, circular motion, and heat transfer. These are the 4 chapters which I would want you guys to cover on priority, on second priority, once you are done with your independent high weightage chapters as far as the subject physics is concerned, right? And people, have a look exactly on the weightage of the chapters, right? This is your physics, and this is the weightage of these chapters. So first of all, these are your high weightage chapters in physics. Perfect, right? This data I have come up with after seeing the questions which have been asked in the past NEET examinations. Perfect. And taking into consideration the fact that your syllabus is reduced, what is going to be the level and what are going to be the number of the questions which are going to be asked in the upcoming NEET examination. This is the data. This data says it all, right? From your modern physics, 8.5% weightage, KTG thermodynamics, 7.5%, current electricity, 6.6%, EMI AC, and so on, right? These are your high weightage chapters in physics, people, which are to be done on priority. Then other chapters like gravitation, EMI, and ray optics. This is about your physics. Similarly, if you want to talk about chemistry, in chemistry, look at this particular data, guys. General organic chemistry, 6.5%, right? Coordination compounds, 5.8%. P block, 13th to 18th group, it is 5.3%. Equilibrium, 4.4%. Aldehydes, ketones, 4.3%, and so on. Please and please do not, please and please omit this particular thing as block. Perfect, right? Coordination, solutions, thermodynamics. Let me tell you, my dear students, these are the chapters. These are going to be your high weightage chapters. As you can see, this is going to be the percentage, right, which I have allotted to every chapter over here in chemistry, and accordingly, you will start your preparation, dear students. Now, at the same time, what are the most important points which you have to take into consideration? Point number 1, keeping deadlines, it is the most important thing. After seeing this particular video till now, right, you would have got to know the chapters which are to be covered first, the chapters which are going to be covered after that, the chapters which will be covered after that, which you will cover after that, right? Now, my dear students, in order to cover those chapters, you have to fix the deadlines. You have to fix the deadlines. You have to take the pen and paper. You have to write it down exactly. Which chapters are to be done in this particular week? Which chapters are to be done in the next week? Which chapters are to be done in the upcoming week? Like that. Perfect. So keeping deadlines, right? That is again one important factor which is going to play a vital role in your preparation, my dear students. After that, regular testing. This is one more very important point. Once you are done with every chapter, please and please write its test. Please and please write its test, because by writing the test only, you'll get to know about the time management, first of all. Number 2, you'll get to know about the weaknesses of the chapters. Number 3, you'll get to know about the strengths of those chapters. Perfect. So writing tests, it again plays a vital role, right? If you write the tests, by writing tests, you will become exam friendly. And if you are exam friendly, it is going to be the biggest confidence in your NEET examination, in your actual NEET examination, my dear students. And apart from that, try to solve a lot of things. Try to solve a lot of questions. But I would suggest one point here. Do not change your material at this particular point of time. Whatever you have been solving till now, solve the same material again. If you have solved one material completely, I would suggest you guys to solve that material again. Solve that material again. Do not consult a lot of books, right? Because if you solve one particular material many a times, my dear students, you will remember the approach of each and every question, approach of each and every type of question on its own. You need not to do anything. Just solve one particular material many a times. Perfect. I hope you're going to follow this particular thing as well. And my dear students, if you really think that this is something which you cannot do on your own, if you are thinking that you are unable to fix the deadlines, you are unable to cover portions on your own, so what we are coming up with, you already know it. We are coming up with the NEET Endgame batch, which is starting on 2nd of January on the Unacademy platform. in which this is going to be the team, Unacademy English team, who are particularly going to train you in physics, chemistry, biology, your whole syllabus in physics, chemistry, biology will be done and dusted in detailed format. Every chapter will be started from the basics, from the scratch. Whole chapter will be covered in detail. After every chapter, assignments will be provided to you, right? You will be solving those assignments. After every chapter is done, a test will be conducted in that particular chapter, which will exactly make you exam friendly, and you will get to know about your weaknesses and strengths, which plays a role here, right? After covering, right? First of all, your whole syllabus is getting covered. Apart from that, your whole syllabus is getting covered in 250 plus live lectures. So all the lectures will be live, and by chance, if you were unable to join any live session, then you have got the option to watch the same session in the recorded format as well. There will be definitely in-class doubt solving, right? There will be practice problems which will be given to you in the form of DPPs, in the form of assignments, right? After every chapter is done, we will be doing the tests. So there will be 9 plus 5. There will be in total 14 tests which will be conducted in this particular batch, right? There will be rank booster questions which will be provided to you. So if you are yet to start your preparation, or if your preparation is not up to the mark, I would highly recommend to you guys to join this particular batch, which is a Neet Endgame batch. How to join it, what is its price, I'll let you know that shortly. And my dear students, again, I'm repeating the same thing. If you are yet to start the preparation, or your preparation is not up to the date, this is going to be the one-stop solution for all the Neet 2024 aspirants. Even 2025 aspirants can also join in, because I told you every chapter will be started from the basics, right? And dear students, the ones who do not know about the price of this particular batch. Earlier, the batch was at 9K, but right now there is a Christmas offer going on, right? Which is just for few more hours, right? This offer is valid for few more hours, and after using the code WASSIM10, you are getting this particular batch at the rate of 4,999, which includes the entire syllabus completion, number one. Number two, your tests, your assignments, your whole syllabus from the basics, every single problem pattern to be done in the class itself, right? Every single thing will be provided in this particular Neet Endgame batch, right? The ones who do not know exactly how to join in this particular batch, the batch starting date is January 2nd. The batch starting date is January 2nd. So from January 2nd, we shall be starting this particular batch. And before the start of every week, like this, will be providing you the schedule of the classes. And every class will be there for 1.5 hours, right? Minimum 4 classes per day will be there in this particular batch, starting from January 2nd. So like this, you'll be getting the schedule for the entire week. And similarly, like this, you'll be getting the test schedule as well. And as I told you, there is the Christmas offer, which is currently going on, and you're getting the excess of this particular batch in just 4,999. This amount, this is not a monthly amount. This is the amount which is for entire syllabus completion. And you will be having the excess of this particular batch till June 2024. And since you have got your NEET examination in May 2024, you do not need it afterwards, I believe. And all the 2025 students we can extend their batch access, right, after this particular NEET 2024 is over. Now, quickly, let me show you how do we enroll into this particular batch. My dear students, this is your Unacademy NEET English channel, right? Yesterday only I have taken a video, best Christmas gift ever. Please click on this particular video, right? There is one link which will be there in the description box. You have to click on this particular link. And once you click on this particular link, you'll be redirected to one page. And here you have to click on Join Batch. And once you click on Join Batch, automatically a code is applied, Wasim10, and you are getting the access of this batch at the rate only 4,999. You just have to put your mobile number, or you can use your email ID, by means of which you'll be getting the OTP and everything, and eventually you are getting enrolled into the batch which I'm talking about. That is your NEET Endgame batch, which is particularly designed for all the 2024 as well as 2025 aspirants. Even, my dear students, the video which you guys are watching right now, in the description box of the same video, you are getting the same link, right? You can click on that, accordingly follow the procedure, right? And get enrolled into it as soon as possible. This is going to be the one-stop solution for every single thing, right? And all the points which I told you in this particular session, all those points will be taken care of by us, right? Because we are going to be personally teaching you in this particular batch. right? So all the points which I've told you from the beginning itself, every single thing will be taken care of on our own, right? So people, I believe this particular strategy you will be following from now onwards with 100% honesty, with 100% dedication, and with 100% open and focused mind, right? So with this, I'll be taking a leave. It was nice catching up with all of you. So take care. God bless you all. And the ones watching me for the first time, do not forget to subscribe to your Unacademy Neet English channel as well. So take care, guys. God bless you all and love you all. Bye-bye.